In the early 1960s, a remarkable sports car emerged from a rare collaboration between British engineering and Italian design, a car destined to challenge the dominance of Ferrari on the international GT racing stage. The Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato combined the precision and power of Aston Martin's refined 3.7-liter twin-cam inline-six engine with the lightweight, aerodynamic bodywork crafted by the Italian coach builder Zagato. Unveiled at the London Motor Show in 1960, this striking machine captured imaginations with its elegant, rounded silhouette and compact proportions, a clear departure from the standard DB4's more touring-oriented shape. Yet, despite the promise and allure surrounding the DB4 GT Zagato, only 19 original examples were ever completed during its initial production run. This limited number has long intrigued enthusiasts and historians alike. Why? Given its ambition to take on Ferrari and its exquisite craftsmanship, did production stop so abruptly? The answer lies in a complex mix of factors: the car's specialized racing purpose, its high price, a limited market for such a focused machine, and the fierce competition it faced on and off the track. This is not a simple story of triumph or failure, but one of bold ambition, intricate craftsmanship, and the realities of motorsport in a rapidly evolving era. To understand this mystery, we first need to look back to the roots of the DB4 family and the foundation that made the Zagato possible. Before the Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato could emerge as a serious contender on the international racing stage, it needed a strong and purposeful foundation. That foundation was laid with the introduction of the Aston Martin DB4 in 1958, a car that marked a significant step forward for the British marque. The standard DB4 was designed primarily as a grand touring coupe, combining sophisticated engineering with elegant styling. It featured a robust 3.7-liter inline-six engine with twin overhead camshafts, delivering smooth yet potent performance for its time. While the DB4 was celebrated for its touring comfort and refined road manners, it was not initially conceived as a dedicated competition machine. Recognizing the growing importance of motorsport and the need to challenge established rivals, Aston Martin developed a more focused variant, the DB4 GT. The DB4 GT was created with racing ambitions firmly in mind. Unlike the standard DB4, it featured a shorter wheelbase, which enhanced agility and handling, critical traits for a competitive sports car. The chassis was lightened and stiffened to improve responsiveness, while the engine received performance upgrades that pushed power output higher, although exact figures varied depending on tuning and application. This shift from a touring car to a competition-ready machine reflected Aston Martin's evolving engineering philosophy, emphasizing lightweight construction and sharper dynamics. The DB4 GT's design also incorporated subtle aerodynamic refinements to better suit the rigors of racing circuits. It was from this competition-focused DB4 GT that the Zagato collaboration would later spring. The DB4 GT provided the essential mechanical and structural blueprint upon which the Zagato-bodied variant was built. This distinction is crucial. The original DB4 GT Zagato was not derived directly from the standard DB4, but rather from this sportier, more purposeful GT version. The DB4 GT's compact proportions and performance enhancements created a platform that could be further transformed by Italian coach builder Zagato, known for their expertise in lightweight aluminum bodies and aerodynamic shapes. This partnership aimed to blend British engineering with Italian design flair, producing a car that was not just competitive, but visually striking and technically advanced. However, even at this stage, the DB4 GT's specialized nature and elevated price point hinted at the challenges ahead. Its focus on racing performance meant it was less suited to everyday use, limiting its appeal to a niche market of enthusiasts and privateers willing to invest in a serious competition machine. Despite these challenges, the DB4 GT's development was a critical step in Aston Martin's strategy to challenge Ferrari on the international stage. It laid the groundwork for a car that combined technical ambition with stylistic elegance, setting the stage for a partnership that would cross national borders and redefine what a grand tourer could be. This foundation led Aston Martin to seek a partnership that could transform the car's design and performance, a collaboration crossing the English Channel to Italy. To compete at the highest level of international GT racing, Aston Martin recognized the need to combine its formidable British engineering with a body that was not only lightweight but also aerodynamically advanced. This ambition led the company to seek out Zagato, an Italian coach builder renowned for its expertise in crafting lightweight aluminum bodies and pioneering aerodynamic shapes. Zagato's reputation was built on a tradition of innovative design that emphasized both form and function, qualities that perfectly complemented Aston Martin's performance-driven approach. At the time, Ferrari was the dominant force in GT racing, and Aston Martin sought a partnership that could elevate its challenge on the track. The DB4 GT Zagato emerged from this collaboration, a true Anglo-Italian hybrid that brought together the best of both worlds. Aston Martin contributed the powerful competition-focused DB4 GT platform, itself a refined evolution of the standard DB4 introduced in 1958. This car provided a robust foundation with a high-performance 3.7-liter twin-cam inline-six engine, engineered for racing. Meanwhile, Zagato applied its signature lightweight aluminum coachwork, crafting a body that was more compact and aerodynamically efficient than the regular DB4 GT. The result was a strikingly distinctive silhouette, characterized by a rounded roofline and sleek proportions that reduced drag and trimmed weight. This partnership was more than just a meeting of aesthetics and mechanics. It was a strategic alliance aimed at producing a car capable of competing against the best in international GT circuits. The fusion of British engineering precision with Italian artistry created a machine that was as beautiful as it was purposeful. The DB4 GT Zagato's design was not simply about looks. It was a calculated effort to improve performance through better airflow and lighter materials. Yet this collaboration also reflected the realities of the era. Exclusivity, high production costs, and a specialized market limited the number of cars produced. Although a larger series was originally considered, only 19 original DB4 GT Zagatos were completed, underscoring the car's unique place in automotive history. This rare blend of craftsmanship and competition spirit set the stage for a car that, while not dominating racing headlines, earned enduring admiration for its ambition and design excellence. For both Aston Martin and Zagato, this collaboration represented a rare opportunity to push the boundaries of their respective crafts. The early 1960s were a period of rapid innovation in international sports car racing, with manufacturers seeking every possible advantage in weight, aerodynamics, and mechanical reliability. By joining forces, the two companies could address the evolving demands of GT competition with a car that was not only technically advanced, but also visually arresting. The DB4 GT Zagato's exclusivity and specialized character would soon become central to its mystique, even as its original racing ambitions faced formidable opposition. The result was a striking new shape that balanced beauty and function, setting the stage for a car born to fight on the international racing circuits. The DB4 GT Zagato's shape was not just beautiful, it was a careful balance of art and engineering aimed at faster performance. Taking the already potent DB4 GT as its foundation, Aston Martin collaborated closely with Zagato to create a body that was both lighter and more aerodynamic. Zagato's team in Milan crafted a compact, rounded aluminum body that significantly reduced weight compared to the standard DB4 GT's steel shell. This lightweight aluminum coachwork was not merely about shedding pounds, it was about refining airflow and minimizing drag, helping the car slice through the air with greater efficiency on the racetrack. The silhouette of the DB4 GT Zagato is distinctive and unmistakable. Its roofline arches smoothly in a subtle curve, lending the car a sleek, purposeful profile that stands apart from more conventional British sports cars of the era. The front end was reshaped with a lower nose and a more pronounced grille opening, improving cooling and aerodynamics. Rounded wheel arches accommodated wider tires, enhancing grip without disrupting the clean lines. These design choices were deeply rooted in racing ambition. Every curve and contour served a purpose, aimed at extracting maximum performance while maintaining the elegance that defined Aston Martin. Yet, it's important to recognize that no two original DB4 GT Zagatos were exactly alike. As coach-built cars crafted by hand, individual examples often featured subtle variations in body details, trim, and even mechanical setups, especially those prepared specifically for competition. Some had modifications tailored to particular race regulations or driver preferences, making each car a unique expression of its time. This variability adds to the allure and complexity of the DB4 GT Zagato's legacy. The car's form is a testament to an era when craftsmanship and engineering were inseparable, where beauty was a functional asset rather than mere decoration. The lightweight aluminum body combined with the compact proportions and aerodynamic refinement created a machine that looked as fast standing still as it was on the move. In essence, the DB4 GT Zagato was a physical embodiment of a focused racing philosophy, light, streamlined, and designed to challenge the dominant Ferraris of its day. This distinctive form set the stage for the car's mechanical heart and competition intent, revealing how aesthetics and performance were intertwined in its creation. The collaboration between Aston Martin and Zagato was more than a meeting of two companies. It was a fusion of British engineering discipline with Italian artistry, resulting in a car that expressed both national identities in metal and motion. The DB4 GT Zagato's visual drama was matched by its purposeful intent, with every handcrafted panel reflecting the ambitions of its creators. For collectors and enthusiasts, these subtle differences and the story behind each car only deepen the sense of rarity and mystique surrounding the original 19. Beneath this elegant body lay a powerful engine and finely tuned mechanics designed to harness the car's full potential on the track. Beneath the sleek, lightweight aluminum body of the DB4 GT Zagato lay a finely crafted powerhouse, Aston Martin's renowned 3.7-liter twin-cam inline-six engine. This engine was not simply a carryover from the standard DB4. It was a high-performance evolution developed specifically for the DB4 GT family and further refined for the Zagato's racing ambitions. While exact horsepower figures can vary depending on tuning and individual car specifications, this power plant was engineered to deliver a spirited blend of torque and responsiveness essential for the demands of GT competition in the early 1960s. The inline-six featured dual overhead camshafts, a relatively advanced configuration for its time, which allowed for improved breathing and higher rev limits compared to many contemporaries. This helped Aston Martin strike a balance between outright power and reliability, a crucial factor in endurance racing. Yet the DB4 GT Zagato was more than just its engine. The car's competition pedigree was reflected in numerous mechanical refinements that distinguished it from the road-going DB4 GT. Suspension setups were optimized for track conditions, focusing on improved handling and stability through tighter cornering. Braking systems received particular attention, with upgrades intended to cope with the higher speeds and repeated deceleration typical of race circuits. Weight reduction was another key element of the Zagato's engineering philosophy. The lightweight aluminum bodywork was complemented by strategic use of materials and components designed to shed unnecessary pounds wherever possible. This emphasis on lightness was vital for enhancing acceleration, braking, and overall agility. It also contributed to the car's distinctive driving character, which required skillful handling but rewarded drivers with responsiveness and precision. Importantly, not all DB4 GT Zagatos were identical under the skin. The distinction between road and competition versions was significant. Race-prepared cars often featured bespoke engine tuning, suspension modifications, and aerodynamic tweaks tailored to specific events or driver preferences. Meanwhile, road-going examples, while still performance-focused, balanced track capability with greater usability for spirited driving on public roads. This variety within the limited production run underscores the bespoke nature of the DB4 GT Zagato, a car that was as much a canvas for engineering creativity as it was a competitive machine. The collaboration between Aston Martin's British engineering expertise and Zagato's Italian coach-building craftsmanship resulted in a car that was technically sophisticated and visually striking. It was designed to meet the rigorous demands of international GT racing, where every ounce of power, every pound saved, and every aerodynamic advantage could mean the difference between success and failure. Yet, despite this engineering excellence, the DB4 GT Zagato faced a formidable adversary in the international racing arena, Ferrari. This careful tailoring of each car reflected the era's approach to grand touring competition, where manufacturers and privateers alike sought every possible advantage within the rules. The DB4 GT Zagato's engineering was a response to the evolving landscape of international GT racing, where innovation and adaptability were as important as raw speed. Yet, despite this engineering excellence, the car faced a formidable adversary in the international racing arena, Ferrari. In the early 1960s, the world of international GT racing was fiercely competitive, dominated by the unmistakable presence of Ferrari. The Italian marque set the standard with cars that combined blistering performance, sophisticated engineering, and a racing pedigree that few could match. For Aston Martin, a British brand known for its elegance and engineering prowess, Ferrari represented both a challenge and an opportunity. The DB4 GT Zagato emerged as Aston Martin's answer, a car designed not just to race but to confront Ferrari head-on in the global arena. This was a strategic move to stake a claim in the exclusive realm of high-performance GT competition. Unlike the standard DB4, which was oriented toward touring and grand touring comfort, the DB4 GT Zagato was rooted in the more focused DB4 GT, a shorter, lighter, and more competition-ready variant. By collaborating with Zagato, the famed Italian coach builder, Aston Martin infused the car with a lightweight aluminum body that was both aerodynamic and visually distinctive. This Anglo-Italian partnership blended British engineering reliability with Italian design flair, resulting in a machine that was as beautiful as it was purposeful. The DB4 GT Zagato's development was clearly shaped by the ambition to contend with Ferrari's dominance. Its 3.7-liter twin-cam inline-six engine was tuned for high performance, and the car's compact proportions and reduced weight aimed to improve agility and speed on the track. Yet this ambition unfolded within a racing environment where Ferrari's experience, resources, and established reputation created a formidable barrier. It's important to recognize that the DB4 GT Zagato was not a car that consistently triumphed over Ferrari or dominated international GT racing. Its competition history was nuanced, marked by moments of promise, but also by the realities of intense rivalry and the challenges of limited production. Only 19 original Zagato-bodied cars were built, reflecting the specialized nature of the project and the constraints of its market. The high cost and focused purpose of the DB4 GT Zagato meant it was never intended as a mass-produced contender, but rather as a refined expression of Aston Martin's racing aspirations. This context helps us understand why the DB4 GT Zagato's story is as much about ambition and design philosophy as it is about racing results. It stood as a symbol of Aston Martin's determination to push boundaries and hold its own against the best in the world. The car's aerodynamic shape, lightweight construction, and engineering pedigree were deliberate choices aimed at carving out a place in a world largely shaped by Ferrari's dominance. Ultimately, the DB4 GT Zagato's role in this rivalry was defined by its intent and its rarity. It embodied a moment when British craftsmanship and Italian artistry joined forces to challenge a racing giant. But ambition alone could not guarantee success on the track, where realities soon tempered expectations. The DB4 GT Zagato's racing career was marked by moments of promise and the harsh realities of fierce competition. Conceived with international GT racing in mind, this car combined British engineering with Italian design to create an automobile that caught the eye of enthusiasts and competitors alike. Its lightweight aluminum body and aerodynamic shape gave it a distinctive presence on the track, while under the hood, Aston Martin's 3.7-liter twin-cam inline-six engine provided spirited performance. Yet, the story of the DB4 GT Zagato in competition was far from straightforward. From its debut in the early 1960s, the DB4 GT Zagato entered a world dominated by formidable rivals, particularly the Italian giants it was designed to challenge. While it was never a consistent race winner or a dominant force, the car did find its place in select international GT events, showcasing its potential and engineering philosophy. Drivers and teams connected to original DB4 GT Zagatos experienced a mix of competitive highs and mechanical challenges, reflecting the car's specialized nature and the intense environment of GT racing at the time. The DB4 GT Zagato's strengths lay in its lightweight construction and aerodynamic efficiency, which offered advantages on certain circuits and conditions. Its compact proportions and racing-focused design allowed it to be nimble, while the engine's tuning could vary between road and competition versions, sometimes giving it an edge in power delivery. However, this specialized focus also meant the car required meticulous preparation and skilled handling to extract its best performance. On the other hand, the car faced limitations that tempered its racing impact. The fierce competition from established rivals, including various Ferrari models, meant that outright victories were hard to come by. Additionally, the DB4 GT Zagato's limited production run and the bespoke nature of some competition variants contributed to a lack of widespread presence in major racing series. Mechanical reliability and the evolving demands of international GT racing further complicated its campaign. Despite these challenges, the DB4 GT Zagato's participation in the racing scene contributed significantly to its legacy. It embodied a unique blend of British and Italian automotive craftsmanship that was rare for the era. The car's competition story, while not one of unbroken triumph, reflects the ambition and complexity of early 1960s GT racing. It stands as a testament to the era's spirit, where innovation and design elegance were as crucial as lap times. This nuanced racing history adds depth to the DB4 GT Zagato's significance. It was a car born to fight on the circuit, and while it didn't dominate, it earned respect through its presence and performance in a challenging field. The story of its track endeavors helps explain why, despite its promise and capability, the DB4 GT Zagato remained an exclusive and rare model. But ambition alone could not guarantee success on the track, where realities soon tempered expectations. Despite its track record, the car's production remained limited, a fact tied to multiple intersecting factors. Behind the DB4 GT Zagato's striking beauty and racing ambition lay practical challenges that limited its production to just 19 originals. This rarity wasn't the result of a single decisive factor, but rather a complex interplay of market realities, manufacturing demands, and the fiercely competitive landscape of early 1960s GT racing. The DB4 GT Zagato was conceived as a specialized machine, an elegant yet aggressive contender designed to bridge British engineering prowess with Italian design finesse. Its lightweight aluminum body, crafted by Zagato, was more than a stylistic statement. It was a carefully engineered effort to reduce weight and improve aerodynamics. However, these bespoke coach-built bodies required meticulous handwork, driving up production costs and extending build times compared to more conventional manufacturing methods. At the same time, Aston Martin's decision to develop the Zagato variant from the already focused DB4 GT meant the car was tailored for a niche market, enthusiasts and privateers seeking a GT car with genuine racing potential. This specialization naturally narrowed its appeal. The price reflected this exclusivity, placing the DB4 GT Zagato beyond the reach of many prospective buyers, especially when competing against Italian rivals like Ferrari, which offered a broader range of GT models with established racing pedigrees. Moreover, the early 1960s GT racing scene was intensely competitive and rapidly evolving. Manufacturers continuously pushed technological boundaries, and private teams often sought cars that balanced performance with reliability and support. While the DB4 GT Zagato was admired for its ambition and design, it faced stiff competition not only on the track but also in the showroom. The limited production run can be seen as a cautious response by Aston Martin, balancing the desire to challenge Ferrari with the economic realities of producing a hand-built, specialized sports car in a relatively small British firm. It's also important to recognize that each of the 19 original cars was unique in some respect. Differences in engine tuning, body details, and race preparation meant that the DB4 GT Zagato was not a uniform product, but a collection of individually crafted machines aimed at different customers and purposes. This bespoke approach underscored the challenges of scaling production. Ultimately, the DB4 GT Zagato's limited numbers reflect a story of ambition tempered by practical constraints. Its rarity was shaped by the intersection of high production costs, a limited but discerning market, and the pressures of competing with established Italian marques. Yet this very scarcity would later fuel its mystique and desirability. For collectors and historians, The original 19 have become touchstones of a particular era, each car a testament to the ambitions and limitations of its time. Their individuality and scarcity have only heightened their allure, making them objects of fascination well beyond their initial purpose as competition machines. Though few in number, the DB4 GT Zagato's legacy would continue to evolve, linked to the broader DB4 lineage and later celebrated models. The Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato often finds itself linked to the glamour and intrigue of the James Bond films, yet this association is a common misconception. While the DB4 GT Zagato embodies a rare blend of British engineering and Italian design from the early 1960s, it was never featured in any James Bond movie. The car that captured the cinematic spotlight was the DB5, introduced a few years later and becoming synonymous with the secret agent's style and sophistication. However, the DB4 family, to which the Zagato belongs, laid much of the groundwork for that legendary model. The standard DB4, launched in 1958, and its more performance-focused GT variants established a foundation of engineering excellence and refined design that culminated in the DB5. In fact, a DB4 Series V Vantage was instrumental during the DB5's development phase, serving as a testbed for many mechanical and performance upgrades. This connection highlights the DB4's critical role in Aston Martin's evolution, but underscores that the Zagato's story is distinct and separate from the Bond legend. Another area where clarity is essential concerns the 19 original DB4 GT Zagatos built during the early 1960s. These cars were crafted with meticulous attention to detail, combining lightweight aluminum coachwork by Zagato with Aston Martin's potent 3.7-liter twin-cam inline-six engine. Yet, their rarity extends beyond mere numbers. Over time, Aston Martin authorized additional cars under the Sanction 2 and Sanction 3 programs, officially sanctioned recreations or completions that pay homage to the original series but are not part of the initial 19. Likewise, modern continuation models have been produced through official programs aimed at celebrating this iconic design. These later cars, while historically significant and connected to Aston Martin and Zagato, differ fundamentally from the original batch, both in provenance and collectible status. Appreciating these distinctions is key to understanding the DB4 GT Zagato's unique place in automotive history. It is a car born from a precise moment of ambition, a collaboration that married British engineering rigor with Italian artistry. Its legacy does not rest on cinematic fame or mass production, but on the enduring allure of a limited, exquisitely crafted machine that challenged the dominant sports car powers of its time. Recognizing the DB4 GT Zagato's role within the broader DB4 lineage and separating it clearly from the later Bond-associated DB5 and subsequent sanctioned or continuation vehicles allows us to honor its true story. Though few in number, the DB4 GT Zagato's legacy would continue to evolve, linked to the broader DB4 lineage and later celebrated models. For collectors and historians, the distinction between an original early 1960s DB4 GT Zagato and any later sanctioned or continuation example is more than a matter of production date. It reflects the unique context of the car's creation, the ambitions of its era, and the specific collaboration between Aston Martin and Zagato that produced a singular expression of Anglo-Italian craftsmanship. Understanding these distinctions helps us appreciate how the 19 originals achieved lasting significance. The Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato remains a rare and compelling symbol of ambition, design, and history. Born from a bold collaboration between British engineering and Italian coach-building artistry, its story is as much about vision and craftsmanship as it is about racing. With only 19 original cars built, this model was never meant for mass production. Its specialized purpose, high cost, and the fierce competition landscape of the early 1960s limited its numbers, but also ensured each example was a unique statement of performance and style. The DB4 GT Zagato was conceived to challenge Ferrari on the international GT stage, blending a lightweight aluminum body with a powerful yet refined 3.7-liter twin-cam engine. While it may not have dominated the racetrack, its significance lies in the ambition behind its creation and the elegance of its design. Over time, The car's rarity and the story of those 19 originals elevated it from a niche competition machine to an icon of automotive heritage. Collectors and enthusiasts celebrate it not just for what it achieved on the track, but for the way it embodies a moment when two distinct automotive cultures came together in pursuit of excellence. Today, the DB4 GT Zagato stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of thoughtful engineering married to artistic vision. What do you think is the most fascinating aspect of this rare masterpiece? Share your thoughts and stay tuned for more automotive stories.